So, it's your first time at an outdoor gun range. Well, buckle up because it's a whole different beast. No roof, no walls, no echoes, just open sky, long distances, and a whole new set of rules. Today, we're going to walk through your very first trip to an outdoor gun range, what to bring, what to expect, and how it's different from indoor ranges. And trust me when I say it's very different. This video will save you from rookie mistakes and keep you safe and confident your very first time. What to bring. Unlike indoor ranges, you're dealing with the elements. You also have to provide everything you need in most cases. This is a lengthy list, so stick with me, or you can skip to the next chapter if you already know what to bring. In addition to your regular essentials, like eye and ear protection, valid ID, ammo, and your gun, you'll also want to bring cash. Many ranges don't take cards, so make sure you plan ahead and have cash with you. Sunscreen. Obviously, you're going to be exposed to the sun, and you want to make sure you don't get burnt. Hat, sunglasses, and appropriate clothing and footwear for the weather. If it's been raining, always plan for it to be muddy and slick. Water and snacks. Some ranges are very remote, and you'll not be able to find anything there. Trash bags. Make sure whatever you bring in, you're also bringing back out. Folding chair or shooting mat. These are for comfort. Target stands. This includes the stand base and any vertical uprights, which in many cases is pieces of wood. Many outdoor ranges don't provide these. Some do have backers, but always plan ahead. And of course, targets. You can do paper, steel, or self-healing like the Infinity targets. Target accessories. Paint, if you use it for your steel. A stapler, tape, target pasters, or stickers. Chamber flags. These are often required to show a clear firearm at some ranges. Extra magazines and a magazine loader. You don't need the loader, but it is very extremely helpful, and it will save your fingers in your hands. Holster and gun belt. Now this can include your traditional inside the waistband concealed carry holsters, or this can also include your outside the waistband style with a battle belt. Range bag or case to help you carry things. A gun cleaning kit, in this case probably a travel size, and this is just in case you need to clean while you're out there. Gun toolkit or multi-tool, like the fix-it sticks. These make sure that if you have a malfunction while you're actually out there on the range, that you can maybe fix it yourself. Pens and Sharpies. You can use these for sighting, you can take notes with them, and you can also use them for marking up your targets. Binoculars or spotting scope, traditionally for long-range shooting, and especially when sighting in your rifle. Small solar generator or battery packs. Now, if you get caught out there, you don't want to have your phone die, so you can bring these and you can charge your phone and other accessories. Shot timer. This adds an element of stress, and it's very useful for drills. Emergency first aid kit. Ideally with a trauma kit including tourniquet or 3, chest seals, shears, rubber or vinyl gloves, gauze, eye wash, and anything else you can get your hands on. Ideally, you want to be trained in these items as well. Now, check out Prep Medic on YouTube for excellent instructional videos. As always, I highly recommend professional instruction in this area. Getting value so far? Hit that like button. It helps more shooters find this content and keeps the channel growing. Thank you. Arriving and check-in. Many outdoor ranges are unmanned or have limited staff. If it's a check-in shack, you'll sign a waiver, pay a fee, and get a safety briefing. If it's a public range, there might just be a posted set of rules and a donation box instead. Many also have memberships available. Safety and range commands. The 4 rules of firearm safety apply here as well. Treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Never point a gun at anything you are not willing to destroy or kill. Know your target and what's beyond it. And now a quick lead disclaimer. Lead is dangerous, and it can cause health-related issues, including lead poisoning. You need to follow all lead mitigation procedures, including safe handling of ammo, no food or drink while shooting, not touching your face or your hair or anything else you don't want to get lead on, washing your hands and de-leading after you shoot, washing yourself and your clothes when you get home. Outdoor ranges also have a hot range and cold range system. When the range is hot, that means that the guns are loaded and shooting happens. When it's cold, all firearms must be cleared, benched, and untouched. Absolutely no handling of firearms during cold range. This is the time for people to go onto the range to check, change, or retrieve targets and gear. Many ranges use lights that are switched on during cold range time to alert everyone, especially since you may be the only one shooting when you go down range to change targets. If someone new pulls up, they may not know you're down there without this type of system. Common rules to follow. Don't shoot the wildlife or destroy their habitat. Many ranges do not allow drones due to their inherent dangers. Check ammo and caliber restrictions. Many don't allow green-tip steel penetrator ammo, and some don't allow larger calibers like .338 Lapua and 50 cal. Follow the range officer if one is present, with one caveat. Many ranges do not have full-time officers. Many are volunteer, and many times there won't be one present. Cooperate with other shooters to ensure everyone's safety. Obey cold range, hot range, and ceasefires. No touching guns during a ceasefire. Many don't even load mags, and often step away from the shooting area. Communicate clearly with others on the line and be friendly. Don't be rude. Watch your muzzle. There's no back wall to save you here. Not only do you want to keep your firearm pointed down range at all times, but you also don't want to launch one into the sky and hit a neighborhood in the distance. Always point towards a berm, which is a wall of dirt or other materials designed to stop bullets. Or point down range or at the ground. Only shoot in or from designated areas. Many ranges have areas for specific types of shooting, including trap, long range, pistol only, or even archery. Weather considerations. Outdoors, you're dealing with wind, sunshine, rain, snow, mud, bugs, animals, and longer distances. It's awesome, but it's also more challenging. Always pre-check the weather and dress for it with contingencies like windbreakers or raincoats. And ensure you have a plan to protect your gear in the event of a sudden downpour or unexpected high winds. If your guns and gear get soaked, you may need to thoroughly clean and lubricate them when you get home to prevent long-term rust or damage. Always keep ammo dry in sealed bags or cases. And quick tip, in some cases, depending on the terrain and the weather, your vehicle may not be able to properly and safely navigate the roads or bays. A lot of times they're dirt and rocks. Better to be safe than stuck. Range etiquette. Etiquette at an outdoor range is all about cooperation. You're sharing space with others without walls between you. Always orient firearms pointing down range when in cases and bags, even if it's not open yet. Call out ceasefires loudly and respectfully. Help new shooters if they ask. If you see someone doing something dangerous, you may have to intervene. Police your brass and your trash. Don't crowd people or rush the line. No fighting over bays or shooting positions. There's always a few favorite bays, and you'll see people queue up waiting on those. Don't blindly approach a stranger while they are shooting. This could startle them and have unexpected results. Shooting in the bay. Most outdoor firing ranges have individual bays that you can use solo without anyone else around you. All the same safety rules apply. The nice thing about this setup is you can really focus in and practice your skills without having to interact with others. If you bring family or friends into your bay, make sure they know the rules as well, especially the gun safety rules, ceasefire, hot range, and cold range. Whoever is the most experienced should act as the bay's safety officer. Competitions. Many ranges include various competitions, including trap, sniper rifle, revolvers, action pistol, and 3-gun. Now, once you get comfortable shooting and you're acclimated to the range, drop in on a competition. They're usually very welcoming, and you'll learn a lot during that time. You never know, you may end up competing someday. When you're done shooting, clear your firearm, double-check your area for trash, gear, and ammunition, then double-check again. I can't tell you how many times there have been firearms left at the range. In some cases, the range even has signs because it happens so often. One common thing that's often forgotten is retrieving targets after you shoot. Always grab your targets, but remember to only do it with a cold range. Safety first. Once you're all packed up, this is the time to practice lead mitigation. Thoroughly de-lead and wash your hands and arms. Once you get home, wash yourself and your clothing. Congratulations, you just survived your first outdoor range trip, and hopefully you had a blast doing it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this if it helped you feel more confident about going to an outdoor range. And let me know in the comments, do you prefer indoor or outdoor shooting, and why? If you want to keep learning, check out these videos, and I'll see you on the next one.